Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. So in the previous video we have discussed about state management and props and hooks and export versus export default. So now in this video let's see the events. So events we already discussed in the previous videos but not in depth at that time. Now let's see in-depth events. So for that I created a events.tsx file. Let's import React from React and export constant events export default events. Let's return a HTML block events. Now let's remove the previous import from app.tsx and let's import the events. Okay, now we have imported the events. Let's see in the browser. It is loaded. Now let's create two elements, two input elements I will create. So inside the HTML table I will create a here td. So now input type is text. Now we have to provide the name of this element to use the events correctly, and placeholder, this is not name, this is email, placeholder, enter your email, and let's create one more tr. Now it is password, type of password. So I want to validate the password of the user. Now let's create one more here, and here let's create a button, login or submit. Refresh and see. Okay, this data is came. What I do is I'll add header, body, and now align center. Okay, now it is fine. Just to increase the font size. Pixels. Similarly here also. Font size 20 pixels. Okay, now it is visible perfectly. So now let's create two variables, email and password. Use date. Now we have the details already set over here. Let's assign this default value equals to email, and on change I want to change this target value. Okay, now I added the value over here, and it is default value. Okay, now let's add the handle submit method. Event it is any type. As of now I'll put it as any type. So this will prevent default submission behavior actually. So when we use prevent default, so it prevents a default submission of form. We want to follow the execution flow here, but it should not submit the default behavior. Console.log email and password. Let's see. Now we have to add the onClick event over here. Click and then submit. You can see, one second, you can see that it is printing email and password. When I change this, it will get changed. 1 2 3 4 testing. Okay, this way we use the onClick event and onChange event. So and we discussed what is prevent default also. Now let's see on submit event. So let's keep this as it is. The division I'm keeping as it is, but I'm creating a form over here. We use the on submit event for forms. Now on submit, handle submit. Let's remove this and we can add the type of submit over here. When we add the button type is submit, then only form submit will work. Okay, now everything is fine. Let's clear and see. ABC 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now you can see the details are coming over here. So this is submitting. Submit also working. So now we have discussed what is onClick event and onChange event and onSubmit event. So we have discussed all these three items over here now. Okay, now let's see a few other events also, which are mouseover, mouseout, onFocus, onBlur, onKeyDown, onKeyUp, onKeyPress. Let's first see these two events, which are onMouseOver and onMouseOut. So for that, when I move my cursor on the button, I want to print something that you are hovering on the button. So when I'm moving out from the button, it means when I moving my cursor out of button, I want to print you went out of the button. So for that, on mouse over, so event console.log you are coming near to button and mouse out, you are not near to button. Let's see this. So when I move this to submit, so you can see that it is printed you are coming near to button. When I move out, it is saying you are not near to button. Similarly, let's try once again. So you can see it is performing correctly. So this is mouse over and mouse out event. Now let's see onFocus and onBlur. These we can implement for text input types. For that, I'm taking one of the example of email. Let's take for email onFocus. Now you are focused on email input. When we are going to type something, when we click on the text box, it will print this one. So when we are going out of this text box to, when we are moving this cursor from another this text box to another text box, it will print you are not focused on email input. Let's observe this one. You can see you are focused on email input. When I press tab, it is saying you are not focused on email input. When I go back again, it will say you are focused on email input. When I go to other text box, it will say you are not focused on email input. So this is what on focus and on blur events. Now let's see key press and key up, key down. So similar to this on focus on blur. So when we press key down, it will trigger on key down. When we press key up, it will trigger on key up. When we press any key, so if you want to use any key press, we can use this on key press. So these two are particularly for key up and key down. So this is for any key. You can try for this three of them.